I got asked by another lawyer who doesn't handle a lot of workers' compensation cases if all injuries that occur in Maryland on the job are in fact compensable under the Maryland Act. The short answer to that is yes, and I'll start by giving the exceptions. Anything covered by a federal law, that would be federal workers' compensation claims, Longshore Harbor Workers Act claims, Railroad Act claims, any of those would be covered by a federal act and not covered by Maryland workers' compensation. Maryland does cover every injury that occurs in Maryland, though, by a private employer or somebody not under a federal act. And so all cases in Maryland are compensable if they occur in Maryland. Even if if you've only worked in Maryland for a day, you have a claim in Maryland if you're injured in Maryland. If you're hired in Maryland and you're injured overseas, that's a little quirk, but all of those cases are compensable. And then if you're hired in Maryland or you work in Maryland generally, but you're injured in Pennsylvania or Delaware or Virginia because your work carries you over the line, there's a 5-prong test or so to be applied. So if you check in every morning, for instance, and check out every evening at the same location in Maryland, but your work takes you into the District of Columbia, probably you're going to have a valid workers' compensation case. If you're hired in Maryland, if you work most of your time, 60% of your time in Maryland and 40% of your time in Delaware, you're also likely to have a Maryland case. It'll be important in these situations to explore with an experienced workers' compensation lawyer whether maybe you have a case in multiple jurisdictions, in which case the benefits may be better in another. But by and large, if you are injured in Maryland, you're going to have a Maryland workers' compensation claim. And if you find yourself in that situation, please don't hesitate to call us.